What is up, guys? MtgJedi here. Thank you so much for joining me for the world premiere of High Mother Mod in Raid Shadow Legends, at least as far as I could tell. I did some research trying to find out if anybody else had gotten her yet. As far as what I can tell, the answer to that is no, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the world's first footage of this champion. Huge, immense shout out to my dude Imru here. Thank you so much for contacting me, my dude. I so appreciate it. This is literally my favorite thing in the game to do, is show off and showcase new things before everybody else. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for joining me here. Let's jump in and look at her kit. You can also take a look at the roster, and we'll go over that. I have a lot of things to share on this account. So, in case you've forgotten about her, she has an A1 decrease attack, increase attack, and that's going to go exactly where you want it. Now, I don't know, with this book chance to get the increase attack, don't like that. That should just be 100%, but I guess it's fine. Either way, you do need the books to get 100% chance of that. I wish that was different, but I love this combo together. Now, the rest of her kit is very interesting as well. She has 100% with books, gonna increase the duration of all of your buffs by 1, heal you by 20%, and decrease the duration of all their buffs by 2 turns. So basically, you're stripping their buffs, and you're also increasing the duration of your buffs, which is one of my favorite things to do in the game. Then she has a revive, which I think you have to revive in order to get this buffs on your team, but that's the first thing that we're going to test, because I want to make sure of that so that you know. Last but not least, and this is the most important part in my opinion, she has the Doom Priest ability to remove a random debuff from all allies at the start of her turn. She also places a continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn at the end of her turn. I love all of that. Also, she has accuracy in all battles, and that can be really helpful as well. Now, I'm super pumped to showcase her in a couple different areas of the game. And I'm going to go over her build. I'm going to do all of the things. I'm so excited about it. Before we get into that, I want to kind of go over who I think is going to be getting this champion. Let me be very blunt and specific. I am nowhere close to her on my account. I think I'm halfway. And the people who are regularly completing fusions are going to have a hard time getting her, because the way that you get her is by using previous fusions in order to get the fragments for her, okay? Now, I don't recommend using the fragments from these champions on another copy of mod, or even to get mod. Use your fusions for fusions, even the epics, okay? But if you have extra, then apply them to mod. But be careful, because it will let you. It will let me go. Maybe not. I thought it would. Maybe it's just him. Sometimes on some champions, it will let you exchange fragments for things you don't want to. So do be careful of that. Hopefully they've fixed it, but I know that did happen to some people. Now, if you have played for a while, and maybe you were just like casual logging in for a bit, you know, just like the game wasn't too serious for you, you didn't really do fusions, but of course you got some fragments, that's going to be the type of people that get her, is my guess. If you have her, please let me know your situation in the comments below. I would love to do a follow-up video. I'd love to chat with you about this champion. I'm very interested about it. And also in the comments, let me know how many fragments you have right now for her. Do you think you will ever get her? And if so, what do you want to do with her once you get her? Okay, the only thing I'm going to do right now is put boots on her, and we're going to test that revive. Then we're going to do the rest of her build, and we'll jump into the content. And if you appreciate this effort that went into this video, make sure you head down and hit the like button because, man, I so appreciate that. That's how YouTube sends this video to more people. So if you're entertained and appreciative, consider hitting the like button. Alright, so let's test this revive. Some of you may be saying, well, I know already whether it's going to or not. I just don't know for sure. So I'm going to test it, okay? Let's put an epic champion in here. Why are you attacking me? We're locked out. Sweet. I picked a hilarious level to go to. Let's come down here. I'm not cutting that out. That's too funny. You know what you get when you're on my channel. You get realism. I do edit out some things like that occasionally. But I try to leave a lot of that in there so that you can see what it's like, okay? So let's jump in here at a lower level, all right? This seems much more reasonable. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, she dead. And then hopefully we should live through all of this. I guess I could have put some more gear on her. Oh, I was supposed to do this. Okay. Cut. Hold on. Cut. This was way easier than I was giving it credit for. We are going to do the revive right at the beginning. We can't do the revive. There's no one dead. Okay, problem solved. We know the answer. Moving on. All right, so pairing off of her wonderful boots that we found on the account, and if possible we would love to get a speed ascension there, but you know the resources are going to be limited on a lot of accounts, and so that's a goal for eventually maybe switching to another pair of boots. What I absolutely love on her is going to be putting her in Relentless. This passive is going to trigger on every turn, so if you have multiple debuffs and you take multiple turns, you're going to cleanse multiple debuffs, which is amazing. So putting her in Relentless is absolutely amazing. I also put a counterattack accessory on her so that she can possibly trigger this multiple times. We can do the debuffs, we can make sure that we hit the buffs, especially because she's not going to be booked. Now, I went for defensive capabilities here, HP percent on the gloves, defense percent on the chest. Actually, I think we have enough silver to do this and see if we hit speed. Of course we do for the video. Of course we do. All right, that's what I'm talking about. And then we have her in a perception set as well to help out with the accuracy. We can even add more accuracy later on the banner. Now, as far as masteries go, the content that you're going to be using her in is typical clan boss masteries. We are going to want to get some damage out of her, so we will pick War Master. Then we will come over to the support tree, and we are going to take either Arcane Celerity or Rapid Response. Which one is going to be better? We are going to place this. We are going to place those. We're going to place those. So we definitely have more buffs. So we want to go with Rapid Response. Then we are going to come down and take both Lore of Steel and Cycle of Magic. So we can come to Lasting Gifts. And I think because it's unlikely that she's going to be booked, Sniper or Master Hexer would be good. But I think the best option is going to be Spirit Haste. And then last but not least, we have a decision for this Tier 2 Mastery. And I don't think it really matters. She's not going to do damage. I guess she's doing some healing. So we could do... I'm not sure. We'll do Exalted Death. I'm not 100% sure that that's the best one. I'm not sure it really matters. Okay, so we have on this account total stats of 240 speed, 300 accuracy, and I can tell you from looking at some of the other builds and gear on the account that there's a lot of potential for this account, but we do have some pitfalls. So let me talk a little bit about the account and what the account needs and how High Mother Mod is going to help us accomplish that goal. So first of all, here is the account. And I will hop myself over to the other side here so I'm not blocking anyone. But you can tell that this is a 271 plus account, and we only have the first page of champions leveled up. And so that indicates to me a more casual type of player. Nothing wrong with that. We do have Mythrala on this account, which is absolutely amazing. I think that that's a big indicator of we're making progress on the account. And with Hi Mother Mod, we're actually going to be able to make a lot more progress on the account, which is very exciting. We do not have an Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team that is effective on this account yet. I'm going to talk about that. We do not have Lydia on this account, which I think should be the #1 goal after, of course, solidifying Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. That's still the best rewards in the game. It's never going to change. So I'm going to suggest a team. I'm going to show you what team we would use with Hi Mother Mod. We don't have that team on this account. We have a better team, actually. So I'm going to show you that and give you all of the information about her so that you can utilize it on your account as well. One concerning thing about this account is the gear, okay? When I see a player that's approaching level 100, I have an expectation that we are going to have mostly 6-star gear. I'm going to link him and you guys my gear levels video, and hopefully you can follow that to improve the gear on your account. That will be linked as the follow-up video at the end of this video. Make sure you watch that. It's one of the best pieces of content I've ever made in the history of my channel. So when I come in here and I see 442 pieces of 6-star gear on an account that is this progressed, I know that it's time to upgrade the gear level. We need to start selling some of this 5-star gear immediately. Now, I do have permission to sell gear to do whatever I want to do on the account, and I'm going to do just that. I know that there's some merciless 5-star gear. I don't think that that's important, and I don't think we should keep it. We're going to sell all of the 5-star blue gear immediately right now. Now, I've already checked over some things, so don't worry, we're not losing anything really good here. The next thing that we're going to do is all of the top row 5-star gear that is not level 16. We are going to sell that. I'm going to take care of that. You don't need to watch that, but that needs to happen immediately today so that we have enough space to farm more 6-star gear. I encourage you to follow along with these as well as the video that will be linked at the end. Okay, now that all of that is taken care of, I want to share something very concerning, and that is a gear type that we need to sell immediately on every account, and that is flat stat gear. This is, of course, a casual player and not someone who consumes a lot of YouTube content up until the last couple of months. I'm happy to say he got the Estrid Fusion, so he's making huge, immense progress. But as of right now, we have 38 pieces as well as almost 100 that are equipped. And that is definitely something that's holding back this account. So we're going to go ahead and sell all of this today. This seems like an excellent target for a Chaosaur. Tell me I'm wrong, but this is a potentially huge piece for his account. We'll go ahead and do that on camera. We didn't get anything. It's going to still get sold. Some of these other ones I'm going to look into and use some Chaosaur on before we sell them. And then we're going to get rid of all of this today. Oh, this one's the best one so far. So we got Rathalos boots. Now they have HP percent and triple speed. That's so good. Can we do the next one on camera as well? Oh my goodness. No, we can't. All right, so that'll do it. We'll go ahead and sell all of those. They did not work out, and that's okay. When you take those pieces of gear off, just sell them or trash them immediately, and you still have a lot of progression that you're capable of. So much growth is coming for your account, my dude. Oh, I'm so excited to jump into the content with you guys with Hi Mother Mod. Now, where could you possibly use her? I'm going to say there's a lot of places. The first place that we're going to start is briefly mentioning 3v3 and Arena, and then we'll move on because I know a lot of you don't want that content. Okay, here are the teams that it seems like he's using. There are not really a lot of teams set up in here, so maybe I just don't understand what's happening, or maybe he's just using these. I highly recommend putting the team presets in here, and I'm going to set up some teams for this account. Let's just start here all the way at the bottom. Okay, so when I'm going to go and work on these teams, there are some champions that I love and champions that I don't. Once in a while, Duck the Pierce is okay. I don't usually like him. And Newt, he is not for PvP. I don't really care for this third team at all. And I think a lot of these champions are great in the Arbiter team, but we need to split them up. So here's the teams that I would recommend building for this account for 3v3. ayumilove is wonderful on a go second team. I think I would prefer her in Stone Skin if we were going to focus on Arena. We didn't do that because I think she's going to be much better suited for some Hydra action on this account, so we went with Relentless. And then Monkey King can revive himself. ayumilove can also revive these people. We have Rhonda to lock people down. We have Mithrala for the buffs and the cleansing, in addition to ayumilove, so we should not be debuffed at all. In the Arbiter team, we're going to boost into Seeker, who is a problem sometimes. We have Ultimate Death Knight in there, so they can't target our Anithwi. And Anithwi seems like one of the best nukers on this account, at least as of right now. I absolutely love this third team here, and thankfully I'm on the other side of the screen right now and not blocking it because it's amazing. In this team, if you have really good speed and perception gear, you can make Molly fast with accuracy, or you can make her slow with some bolster gear, shield gear. She's very tanky, and that will help you survive some hits. And then you could put maybe Sheep on Eric's to help the survivability there. And then Magnar's going to kill them. Kaimar's going to reset the skills. Love that third team. I think it's going to be a beast. And I'm excited to see the potential of Mod in this second team. All right, so if we were to test this team out here, I think this is the one that I would go with. Like, making your tanky team go up against their tanky team, at least until ayumilove is in Stone Skin. This would be the type of team that I would want to go up against, where we have some cleansers for their debuffers. Let's go ahead and see if we can decrease the duration. We did not. Maybe we can. No, we can't. Okay, none of the things have happened so far, but that's okay. All right, it's okay. Can we kill Duchess? No. Can we strip everybody? Okay, not bad. And then what we're going to do here is kill Duchess. No, we're not. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put some shields on our champions. Let's see if Rhonda's ready to kill them now. Almost. And then, how about now? Perfect. Okay. And so ayumilove did exactly what she was supposed to do. She would have been even better if we had her booked. That is not an option at this time. So that's what we can expect for the level of arena that we have on this account. I think that's a reasonable team for a mid-game account. I think there's a lot of other possibilities. Let me know your favorite team that you would like to use with her. And now we're going to jump over into some other areas of the game. All right, so he is a completely mobile player, and some of the speed tunes he's not able to do on his own. So I've suggested that he comes in here and builds the Mythair Clan Boss team. I would utilize Geomancer as the champion, as the main DPS. That should be more than enough, especially paired with Deacon for the decreased defense. If you can get somebody in a toxic set, that would be perfect as well. And this speed tune, as well as my other recommended speed tunes, can be found on my website. I'm going to send that to him, no worries, so that he can build this, or maybe we'll do a takeover for him. Now, if you want to know what clan boss team High Mother Mod would fit well in, that would be my Hella Crusher team. He does not have Helicath, and the Mythair team is much better on damage than this other team. But if you have Helicath, this style team where you need a cleanser will work really well with High Mother Mod. She's going to be better than Doom Priest in this team. He does have a Doom Priest somewhere. I'm probably skimming over it. I thought that I saw one here. Anyway, it's probably right in here somewhere, and you guys are shouting at me in the comments. Either way, if this spot here is Helicath, then we are completely unkillable, utilizing High Mother Mod's cleanse ability in order to cleanse off the debuffs. And in addition to that, she's going to provide some buff extensions for Farrakhan and Skullcrusher's abilities, and she's also going to be able to make sure that we get an increased attack in here that's going to be helpful as well. So I think she makes a really cool addition to this team. The speeds for that can be found on my website as well. Now, the main place that I'm really excited to use her is going to be Hydra. I know you guys are probably saying, surprise, surprise, but it's fine. Now, I'm not sure if this team is going to be suited for hard or normal, so we'll go for hard here, and we'll see what we can do. Now, I think that it's questionable whether we want Deacon or Mithrala in the lead here, but we also have High Mother Mod as an option. One thing I wanted to talk about was Angar in this team, and I do want to make sure that the gear on these champions is okay. We have everybody around 200 speed. Of course, we'd like more accuracy on Mithrala. You already know High Mother Mod. Again, she's going to be one of the best geared champions on this account so far. We have Artak in here with some speed and accuracy, a little bit of crit stats. Sun Wukong. He could use some more accuracy, so thankfully we have these auras to lean on, and that's the main reason why they're in the lead. But he does have some damage on them. Angar not only needs accuracy, but also resistance. It doesn't seem like he has full gear, so we need to fix that. And Deacon's going to come up in here and bring some turn meter and that decreased defense. So on Deacon, we want to prioritize his abilities because he's a buffoon. He is a literal idiot, and you must make him do the things, otherwise he will not do the things. All of the rest of this stuff is logical, except maybe Artak. If you didn't know, he is an idiot as well. High Mother Mod, she's going to do what she needs to do, but I'm going to make sure she prioritizes that. And then I think we're going to prioritize the buffs on Mithrala, but I'm not certain what the best option there would be. So this is the Hydra team I'm very excited to share with you. We're utilizing Mithrala's aura here, which is great. Could easily be Mod's aura, but Mithrala's is a little bit better. Artak's going to bring HP burn and the decreased attack, which is great. At least AoE, Mod's only single target. Then our Monkey King is going to bring some damage here, as well as the block buffs. The Deacon is going to bring decreased defense and the turn meter boost. And the Angar that we just geared up is going to need resistance and accuracy, as well as speed and some survivability. Now, I'm certain that this will one key normal, but I'm hoping that this will do good damage on hard, so that's where we're going to test it. So let's make sure that we are actually on hard. And then let's jump in here to the run. We'll look at the first couple turns, and then we'll fast forward to the end of the run and wrap up the video. So up in here, we are not having anybody who is going to be specifically for the Fearhead, because Maud is going to do that on her turn. And it's nice that she's the first one in the turn, because then she cleanses, and then she can take her turn as per normal. This is not a extremely high damage team, and you can see we don't have enough resistance here. Once we get masteries, I think that we will have enough, and of course once the gear gets a little bit better from the recommendations I've made here, I think that we'll be able to do even better gear on Angar in terms of the resistance. So we are slow going here, which is completely fine. And this is going to take a while. We are at 1,000,000 damage every 10 turns, which is a very low damage amount. It seems like this would be much better suited for normal, but let's just see how it progresses. It's a very solid team. We are surviving Head of Wrath quite nicely, even without decreased accuracy landing. One of the issues on this account, which is definitely a hard thing for a lot of players, is the books. And I know that that's a difficult stopping point for a lot of people, but I think that we're going to do the best that we can. Now, it does not seem like this is going to be survivable enough for hard Hydra. I wish that it was. With the right gear, I think that we could easily do that, but we've lost our High Mother mod here, so I think we're going to need to drop down to normal. Alright, I've switched over here to normal, and things are going much better. One thing that is of note is that on your revivers, it's always helpful to have some resistance. I did not build that into High Mother Mod's kit. That is a consideration we could use on this build. And also, putting her in some sort of healing gear is going to be nice as well. She does appear to be taking a lot of damage, but she's also healing herself back up, especially getting an extra turn there. So we have a lot more reasonable damage here, and then he can use this team for his normal team and use his other sweet Nikmo team for his hard team. And I think that that's really a good idea anyway, so I'm excited to see the output here. We don't really need a ton of damage here, but we're already popping heads, and then once the heads are popped, then we're going to start cleansing and healing and doing all of those things. Of course, manualing with this or any of these teams would go a long way towards survivability and damage as well. Okay, wow, just over the 1 key. We did get a bit unlucky here. Of course, as you progress in the account, this team can get better and better. We can also make some improvements to it as well. Yeah, the RNG was pretty bad on this run, but you can see we were still able to 1 key with a very mid-game account and without stealing champions from the best Hydra team. Maud did everything she needed to do. She took extra turns, she healed the team, she revived people who died. It was great, and she did everything she needed to do. On a later game account, I think that this is wonderful. You know, I'm going to go ahead and submit this because it is getting close to reset, and I don't think he's using any of these champions, as I said, so hopefully that's cool, and hopefully I remembered, yeah, 6.6, and we got 6.7. So, not the best damage of all time, but definitely enough to take that key there and get that max chest. Then we can utilize the other team that he has, this one, on hard, and hopefully get that 1 key there as well. So, just as a point of contention, let's take a look at the Great Hall, which is actually great. I actually wasn't expecting that. So that's going to be definitely helpful. And you can tell some time has been put in on this account. And then going forward, we're going to make a lot of progress with these changes. So what do you think of High Mother Mod on this mid-game style account? Granted, we do have a nice sort of later game boost for the Great Hall, but in terms of the gear and the champions and the progression, very mid-game style account. We're sitting here almost, you know, on our way to getting Lydia, which is great, and I think High Mother Mod is going to be one of those champions that helps us make the progress needed here. But you tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much, Imru! I appreciate you, bro.